Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to KG Techs. This is the seventh video on Python programming playlist, and in today's video we will learn about the loops. Okay, so loops are a fundamental programming constructs that allows you to repeatedly execute a block of code. Okay, so in Python there are basically two main types of loops. One is for loop and another one is a while loop. Okay, so let's dive into each of this. So I have already created a one file with .py extension, and let's define a docstring on the model level. So let's use description tutorial on Python loops. Okay, so one is for loop and another one is a while loop. Okay, okay, let's write a program. Okay, which will print the numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so the one way to write this program is using the print statement. So I will use print one number, print second, and all the way down to the print 100. Okay, so see, this program basically will execute. Okay, I mean there is no doubt, and it will give you the output as expected. Okay, but the problem with this statement is, now let's say you need to print the numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so if this number gets increased, okay, if you want to print the numbers beyond 100, okay, let's say if you want to print the number between 1 to 1000 or 1 to 10,000 or 1 to 1 lakhs. Okay, so what happens in that case is, if you go with the same approach, we need to write this, you know multiple statements, okay, inside the program. Okay, so we need to write print 1 to print 1 lakhs over here. Okay, so this basically will increase the size of your program, and the another thing is it increase the length of your program. Okay, and this is not the right way to write this program. Okay, so we can write this program effectively by using the for loops. Okay, so let's say for number in range 100. Okay, and we'll print the number here. Okay, let's run this program and see what is the output. Python 07 underscore loops.py. Okay, and you can see here this function, this program has ran, and it has written the values. Okay, it has written the numbers from 0 to 99 here. Okay, but what is our expectation is the program should return the numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, okay, so if you can see here, we have used the range function. Okay, and we have given the 100 as a end value, to this function. Okay, so if you can see here, if you open the range function, it basically asks us what is the stop. Okay, so this range function basically takes the three parameters. Okay, so first of all, let's see why we use the range function. Okay, and what is the use of range function. Okay, the range function is basically the built-in function in a Python that generates a sequence of numbers within a specified range. Okay, it commonly used for creating loops that needs to iterate a specific number of times. Okay, so when we use the range function, it basically takes the three parameters. Okay, it takes the start value, takes the end value, and it takes the step value. Okay, so this basically line of code, it takes the start value. Since we have not defined the start value, it starts from 0. It gives the end value, okay, as a 100 minus 1, which is 99, and it by default it used the step value as a 1. Okay, so the expected output from the program which we are expecting is a number to be printed between 1 to 100. Okay, so I will give the start value as a 1 here. I will give the end value as a 101, because it will minus the 1 from this number, and it will uh, you know uh, take the end value as a 100 here. Okay, and will provide the step value as a 1. If I don't provide this step value, by default it will take as a 0. Okay, so let's use 1 here, and let's run this program. Okay, let's see this output in a single line. Okay, we'll use the end parameter in the print function, and we'll use comma and space. Okay, so that two numbers will be get separated with comma and space here. Okay, and you can see the output, which is 1 comma 2 comma 3 and all the way down to the 100. Let's take another example, okay, where we will use, provide some step values, and we'll see what is the output of the particular program. Okay, so let's say for number in range, and we'll use 1 to 11, and we'll provide the step value as a 3. Okay, so let's use number, and we'll use the separator here as a comma and space. Okay, range. Okay, so let's comment this code. When we run this program, we should get this output. Okay, so since we have used the 3 as a step value, we should get the output as a 1, because it starts from the 1 here. Okay, it will skip 2 and 3, it will print 4, it will skip 5 and 6, it will print 7, and it should print the 10 here. Okay, let's save and run this program. And as expected, you can, oh sorry, not separator, it's a int parameter which we need to provide. And you can see here the output as we have expected, 1 comma 4 comma 7 comma 10. Okay, let's comment this code. Let's see the another example. Okay, let's define one sequence or iterable object. Let's define one list of numbers, or let's use list of fruits is equal to, say, apple, mango, banana, banana, and let's say kiwi. Okay, these four items or four fruits are available inside this list. Okay, so let's write a program which basically returns the, or let's calculate the index of given item inside fruits. Okay, inside fruit list. So the one way is, without using the built-in function is, let's use the for loop for item in lst underscore fruits. Okay, instead of item, let's use the fruit here. Okay, for our better understanding, and let's, you know print the fruits here. Okay, if I save and run this program, we should get all the available fruits or all the available items inside this list. Okay, let's say if I want to calculate the index, I will give index is equal to 0, and I will define, okay, let's use the f string here. Okay, index of this fruit is, and let's use the index. Okay, and let's increment the index is equal to 1. Okay, so this code basically, it index plus is equal to 1, it will be like index is equal to index plus 1. Okay, let's save and run this program, and now you can see the index of apple is 0, index of mango is 2, sorry, 1, index of banana is 2, and index of kiwi is 3, because by default the index starts from a 0 in any in any sequence. Okay, now this is one way basically, to write the program when we use the when we calculate the this index manually. Okay, so let's see how we can see how we can achieve the same result using the built-in function. Okay, so we have a enumerate function. Okay, so if you use enumerate, or let's say type of enumerate, and here you basically need to provide the iterable and the start index. Okay, so let's provide the iterable as a list, and we'll start from the default index or default start point, and see what is the object that it returns. Okay, it basically should return as the enumerate object. Okay, or enumerate class. Now see, this enumerate function is particularly useful when we want to iterate through an iterable and keep a track of an index. Okay, without needing to manually maintain a separate counter variable. If you can see here, we have maintain a counter here, okay, in this function, in this logic, okay. But this basically takes the, I mean, this keeps a track of a index, okay. So if we write this program, okay, using for loop for let's say index and value, let's use fruit in enumerate list underscore fruits, okay. And let's print, sorry, let's print index of fruit is index, okay. You can give the name as per your convenient, okay. Let's run this program and see what is the output, okay. And you can see here the output of the, you know we get the same output that we were expecting, okay. So this also returns index of apple is 0 and the index of kiwi is 3, okay. Let's comment this code. Let's uh, let's write another program, okay, where we will define a dictionary, and this dictionary will hold, okay, it holds the numbers, okay, and we will perform the sum and multiplication on the dictionary values, okay. So let's say let's define one dictionary, okay, dictionary of numbers is equal to, and here, so dictionary, tuple, list, sets, this all we will see in details in our upcoming videos, okay. So for this video just follow along with me. So key 1 I will provide the value as a 10, okay. Key 2, key 3, key 4, let's say key 2 is a 20, key 3 let's set the value to 30, and key 4 let's use the 40 here, okay. Now this is the dictionary value, okay. So let's write a function here, okay. So this function basically, and one more thing we will add here, okay, where we will get the get choice of operator from user, okay. Now what we will do is we will get the user get the input from the user, whether the user want to perform the sum or whether user want to perform the multiplication of this numbers within this list, within this dictionary, sorry, okay. So let's define a function def calculate, okay. And now what we need to do is we need to pass this dictionary along with the operator, okay. So to pass the parameters, okay, inside this or to define the parameters in the particular function, we need to follow some certain instructions, okay. So first we need to provide the positional arguments, okay, and then we need to go with the keyword arguments, okay. So since we are accepting a operator from the user, we need to use the operator first, and this all we will see it in a details in our upcoming videos, okay. And then we need to use the, let's say, numbers, okay. Let's use the doxing here, calculate sum or multiplication on the dictionary values based on the operator selected by user, okay. And let's say if operator is equal to, let's say, plus, let's use sum or I underscore sum is equal to 0 for, okay. Now see what we need to do here is, so we need to pass this keyword arguments, okay. So this, when this function will be get called, okay, let's say, you know uh, let's first see how we can call this function, okay, and then we will provide a declaration inside this function. Okay, so let's get the input from the user. Okay, user input is equal to input, please enter the operator. Okay, if it is a plus or multiplication. Okay, use the slash t, and let's call this function result is equal to calculate. Okay, so now this calculator function, if you can see, this is the one advantage of the docstring. You can see as soon as I open this function, it gives me calculate the, it gives me the docstring, okay, which I have defined here. Okay, calculate the sum or multiplication on the dictionary values based on the operator selected by users, and it gives me the the parameters which basically I accept in this, or arguments which I accept in this function here. Okay, so here let's use operator as a user input, and this is the dictionary which we need to pass. Okay, so basically we need to unpack this dictionary and we need to pass the values. Okay, so we'll see how what is the unpacking of dictionary, what is the unpacking of tuples, list, etc. in our upcoming videos. Okay, so now when this function will be get called, okay, so it will, this function will pass the values to this calculate function in this way. Okay, so calculate here, it will provide the first operator, okay, which is a plus or multiplication operator. Okay, and then it will provide these numbers, okay, as a dictionary here. Okay, so key 1 is equal to 10, key 2 is equal to 20, key 3 is equal to 30, and key 4 is equal to 40. So this is how the oh, sorry, so this is how this values will be get passed to this function. Okay, now here what we need to do is we need to get the values from this dictionary. Okay, let's print the type of this numbers. Okay, here we will print this type. Okay, okay, let's write for uh, num in, or for value in numbers dot values. Okay, and let's use I underscore sum plus is equal to value. Okay, and return the sum here. Similarly, if we have a multiplication operator, if operator is equal to multiplication operator, then I underscore mult is equal to 1 for value in numbers dot values. Okay, I underscore mult into is equal to value. Okay, and here we will return the I underscore mult. Okay, and let's print the result here. Let's save and run this program. Okay, so it now when I run this program, it basically asks me to provide the operator. Okay, so for now I will give the plus operator and hit enter. Okay, so sorry, here I have written the sum instead of I sum. Okay, so I is a built-in function, so you can see here we got this output as a built-in function sum. Okay, so let's use I sum here, I underscore, sorry, I underscore sum, and let's rerun this program, and we we got the 100 as the output here. Okay, so let's see how this execution happens. Okay, so we first we get the input from the user, which is basically operator, whether it is a plus or multiplication operator, and we pass it to the function. Okay, so we pass the operator and we pass the dictionary, okay, which basically we unpack and pass it to the function. Okay, since it accepts a keyword arguments here. Okay, so let's see how this calculate function works here. Okay, so when we pass the uh, you know when we call this calculate function, we pass the plus operator and we provide the keyword arguments here. Okay, now when since we have passed the plus operator, we we get this, I mean this block of code will be get executed. Okay, so we defined isum, or we assign the 0 to this isum variable. Okay, now all the values within this particular dictionary. Okay, so this, if I write here, okay, print dict underscore number dot values. Okay, so, and if I run this program, you can see I get all the values which is available inside this dictionary. Okay, you can see here dict values 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, so when this program will be get executed, it will have a values of 10, 20, 30 and 40, and that one by one values will be get assigned to value here. Okay, so in the first iteration, the 10 will be get assigned to the value, and the isum value will become at 0 plus 10 is equal to 10. Okay, so in first iteration, the value of isum will be 10. The second iteration, the value will be become 20. Okay, so I next iteration, isum plus value, it will become 10 plus 20. It stores the 30 into this isum variable. Okay, now when it goes to the third iteration, the 30 plus 30, the 60 will be get assigned to isum variable. Okay, and when it goes to fourth iteration, the 60 plus 40 will be get assigned to isum, and the now the isum value become a 100 here. Okay, and it returns the 100 from this function to this, I mean this function basically returns the 100, and it the value gets stored into the results, and we get the 100 as an output here. Okay, so if I provide this operator as a plus, we get the 100 as an output. Okay, if we use multiplication operator, and you can see we got the multiplication operator, multiplication of this particular values. Okay, 10 into 20 into 30 into 40. Okay, so let's see, let's cross verify the output. So let's use print 10 into 20 into 30 into 40. Okay, and you can see the same output as we got it from the function. Okay, let's exit this compiler. Now, this is one way to, write this calculate function. Okay, so let's see how we can optimize this code further. Let's use the same, function. Let's delete this print statement. Okay, so in Python, we already have a built-in functions. Okay, so instead of writing this sum, let's use, built-in function sum, and it takes the iterable. Okay, so we'll use numbers dot values. Okay, and it returns the, and let's return the sum from there. Okay, let's rerun this program, and let's use plus operator here. Okay, and you can see it basically has calculated all the sum, okay, based on the given numbers inside this list, and it has returned the 100 to us. Okay, now this is a one way. Okay, but to optimize this code further, let's let's use, sorry, let's see the another way. Okay, now first thing is that when we write a program, okay, we need to check whether this number is holding any values or not. Okay, so let's see, if not numbers, we need to raise a value error. Okay, raise a value error, no value provided to perform the operation. Okay, here. Okay, so second thing is, here you can see we have calculated the multiplication also. Okay, so let's import the math library here. Okay, so we have a math.prod function which basically calculates the, or which basically uh, provide the product number of the given iterable, given iterable. Okay, so let's provide the iterable here as a numbers dot values, and let's return it. Okay, from here. Let's use elif. Let's use else here. And if, let's say, if user has not given the plus or multiplication operator, let's return the value error, or let's raise a value error, invalid operator. Okay. Now let's run this program and see the output. Okay, so before that I will just comment these values from the dictionary. Okay, so this dictionary currently is holding a blank value. Okay, you can see it has a blank value here. Okay, now let's use the plus operator, and you can see when this calculate function will be get called, it first check whether this this particular dictionary has a numbers or not. Okay, or any value is available inside this numbers or not. Okay, since we have not passed any value, okay, to this numbers, it basically gives us the value error, no value provided to the no value provided to perform the operation. Okay, here. Okay, now let's uncomment this and pass the invalid operator. Okay, here I will pass the divide operator, and you can see here we got the value error as a invalid operator. Okay, now let's use the multiplication operator to check if this math library or this product of math dot product is working or not. Right? Okay, and you can see the output over here. So this is how you can optimize your code. You can write a efficient code by using the exception handling also, that we can see it in the upcoming videos. So let's comment this code and let's see some of the examples from the, or let's see how we can use the while loops. The while loops basically continue executing a block of code as long as the certain condition remains true. Okay, so the while loops basically runs, you know, so the while loops basically executed until and unless the condition remains true. Okay, so this while loops works on the condition based. Okay, so the syntax of while loop is condition, while condition, and then here you need to provide the code to be executed. Okay, as long as the condition remains true. Okay, when it becomes false, the the execution or the control will come out from the particular loop. Okay, this is the syntax of a while loop. Okay, now let's see one example. Okay, so let's see the same example which we have seen in the for loops, to print the numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so let's define one number is equal to 1, and let's use the while condition while number is less than or equal to 100, and let's print the number here. Okay, and let's use int as a comma and space, and don't forget to increment the number. Okay, otherwise this code will this loop will go into infinite loop. Okay, let's run this program and see the output here. Okay, this while condition or this loop while loop has printed all the numbers between the 1 to 100. Okay, let's see the another example. Okay, where we will find example to find even numbers between 1 to 100. Okay, so let's use the same example. Let's say number is equal to 1 while number is less than or equal to 100, and print. Okay, sorry, let's use if number mod 2 is equal to 0, then print the number. Okay, and let's increment the number with 1 is equal to 1. Guys, always remember the indentation. Okay, so this scope of the scope of this print statement or the if statement is until here, because if you can see, if I hit enter, the indentation block will get open. Okay, so whatever the code you will write inside this particular block, the the scope of this uh, or until and unless this if condition becomes true, this block of code will be get executed. Okay, otherwise this code will not be get executed. Okay, so let's run this program and see if we get all the even numbers. Okay, let's see number comma end is equal to comma and space. Okay, let's run this program. Let's disable this code for some time, and you can see the all the even numbers between 1 to 100 here. Okay, so that's it for today's video, guys. We have learned the for loops and while loops. Please use that in your real-time scenarios and do let me know if you face any issues anywhere. Okay, I will be happy to assist you. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Please do like and subscribe. Thank you so much.